Then, once we're done with the louvers, we got some Aerocatch hood latches. So these things are sweet. These are flush mount. They'll go on top of the hood with a piece underneath. And you just push that down, flip it up, lift off the hood. And you go put it back down, flip that guy down. It'll lock into the hood pin. So these are going to be will look good and be nice and functional. All right. All right. So for installing the hood latches, I want them to be basically where these bumpers are. So we'll take these bumpers out and put in these hood pins. Okay, up on the hood is already some worn area from where the bumpers were hitting. So I'm gonna go punch a hole right in the center of that so I can start drilling. Alright, so I now have my holes drilled through. In the Aerocatch instructions, it has a little template that you can make. Unfortunately, it's not to scale, but it has all the dimensions, so we'll do what we can to kind of draw this out on the tape. So center of strike pin should be kind of where those holes that I kind of drilled through, so we'll use that area there. So I got the center of the pin right there. So I come forward 30 millimeters. So that's this line, which I've made perpendicular to the side of the hood. So I measured that out. So then I made a center line that is parallel to the side of the hood. These lines are also parallel. They are out 22 millimeters from the center line, and those are where these two nuts will intersect. So putting it on like that. Then you trace out the inside of the backing plate, and that is your point that you need to cut out. Just to double check, I'm first going to open up this hole and have my striker come through, because eventually all this is going to get cut out, so I can then just double check these measurements off of the striker that comes through and we'll be good. I think that should be pretty good. That figures out the top part. The next problem that I foresee is on this bottom, just because this guy has this, the Mustang hood has this structure here where this guy needs to mount up underneath, so I might have to be cutting out the structure here to get him up in there. Might be able to maybe cut an access point to where I'm able to slide this in. That might be a better option than cutting all this out. Maybe I could also slide it in through here, we can see. That's pretty nice. The backing plate actually holds the nuts in nice and tight, so didn't need to put anything in. I'm gonna hope so. Hopefully I can put the nuts in without pushing them out. Should be fairly easy, I think. Alright, the hood latch install is done. So it has a little bit of, so the rubber has a little bit of tension, so you have to push it down, latch it. Overall, the install wasn't too complicated. It's a little tedious having to go through and do a whole bunch of grinding, so I did my best to leave this structure that's underneath. So I did make the hole bigger so the rubber goes and sits against the latch and not the hood. You can do it kind of either way. You would have to cut this guy shorter but I didn't like how large of a hole I already had, and this was kind of pushing up through, so I was just going up against the latch. It will work either way. I also had to kind of cut out back here just so there's a little, there was a little corner on each side that the latch was hidden on that I had to cut away. That's specific to Mustang and specifically to probably just this style hood. I can't say for earlier or later hoods. Overall, I really like it. It's good. It's functional. The hood, the vent, the louvers came out really good. That install was really simple. Cut a hole, drill some holes, bolt it on. If you found this useful, hit that like button. If you want to see more of this car and other projects, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys on the next one.